Hello everyone, welcome to the Wonder Garden channel. Growing healthy orchids that produce abundant blooms is the wish of all orchid lovers. However, helping orchids grow quickly, develop strong root systems, maintain long-lasting green leaves, and have enough strength to support long-lasting flowers is something not everyone knows how to do properly and effectively. In today's video, I will share with you a very simple care method that is easy to do at home, but delivers clear and noticeable results for orchids. This method helps orchids recover quickly, promotes strong root development, produces thicker green leaves, and especially encourages more abundant blooms with brighter colors that last longer on the stems. When applied regularly, orchids will grow steadily, remain healthy, and can bloom throughout the year. Let's get started. To make the fertilizer for today, I will use a very familiar ingredient, rice. Rice contains many B vitamins, especially vitamin B1, which helps stimulate root growth, enhance nutrient absorption, and support orchids in recovering faster after care. Here, I will use 3 tablespoons of rice. Add it to 500 milliliters of clean water. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. Then stir well so the rice releases its nutrients into the water. Then let the solution sit for about 2 hours so the vitamins in the rice can be released to the maximum. The next ingredient I will use is coffee. Coffee contains a small amount of nitrogen along with many trace minerals, which help stimulate metabolic processes, support healthier orchid growth, and create favorable conditions for the plant to produce more flowers. Here, I will use 1 teaspoon of coffee. Mix it with 500 milliliters of boiling water. After adding the coffee to the water, I stir well and let the solution cool completely before use. Letting it cool makes the solution safe for orchid roots, helping to prevent shock or damage to the plant during care. To help orchids absorb nutrients as effectively as possible, you should water the plant before applying fertilizer. This pre-watering helps evenly moisten the entire growing medium, activates the root system, and makes the orchid roots softer and more flexible. When watering, let the orchid pot soak in water for about 20 minutes so the roots have enough time to fully absorb moisture. Soaking in this way ensures the roots are well hydrated, become plump, and function more effectively. Once the roots have absorbed enough water, the plant will be ready to take up nutrients in the next step more gently and steadily, while also reducing the risk of root dehydration. Once the roots are adequately hydrated, their ability to absorb nutrients increases significantly, allowing the plant to take in fertilizer more slowly and safely. As a result, orchids are less likely to experience fertilizer shock or root burn, while root and leaf development, as well as flower bud formation, can proceed more steadily and effectively. After 20 minutes of soaking, lift the orchid pots out and place them in a dry, well-ventilated area to let the plants rest before fertilizing. This helps the roots stabilize, drain excess water, and prepare to absorb nutrients more effectively in the next care step. After 2 hours, once the rice water and coffee solutions have been soaked for enough time, I will strain out the residue and keep only the clear, nutrient-rich liquid. Then, I mix the two solutions together so the nutrients are well combined, creating a mild and safe organic fertilizer that orchids can easily absorb and that works effectively during care. Method 1. Use this solution immediately to wipe the orchid leaves. We will focus on carefully caring for each leaf, because healthy leaves are the foundation for sustainable orchid growth. When wiping the leaves, remember to clean both the upper and lower surfaces. The underside of the leaves is where harmful insects such as spider mites, mealybugs, and thrips often hide. Cleaning them helps protect the orchids from these pests in a natural and safe way, without the need for chemical pesticides. Weak, dull leaves will gradually recover when this method is applied regularly. Clean leaves allow the plant to photosynthesize more effectively, while the stomata remain open to take in oxygen and nutrients from the air. Orchids cared for in this way will consistently have glossy, sturdy, and vibrant green leaves. This is also a very effective way to remove dust and bacteria that cling to the leaf surface, keeping the leaves clean and attractive. Because this is an organic fertilizer made from easy-to-find and safe ingredients, you can confidently maintain this method over the long term. Keeping the underside of the leaves clean will help orchids become healthier day by day. For young orchids, newly repotted plants, or those in the recovery stage, you should apply this method regularly. It will help the plant stabilize quickly, regain vitality, and produce straighter, thicker, and stronger leaves. Method 2. Use this solution to mist the orchids, applying it regularly once a week, preferably in the early morning. When orchids are affected by fungal diseases or pests such as spider mites, mealybugs, or thrips, misting with this solution can be very effective. There are many ways to care for our beloved orchids, and this is a simple, easy-to-apply method that delivers clear results. Always prioritize spraying in the morning. When using organic fertilizer at this time, the leaves will be completely dry by afternoon, helping to reduce the risk of water retention and prevent fungal diseases. When cared for properly, orchids become greener, healthier, and grow more steadily day by day. Plants that were previously weak and slow growing will show very clear improvements after applying this method for a period of time. In addition to spraying the leaves, you can also apply this solution directly to exposed orchid roots. This helps the roots quickly absorb nutrients, stimulates the growth of new roots that are strong, plump, and glossy green, and thereby supports more balanced and overall orchid development. Method 3. Dilute the remaining solution with 1 liter of clean water. Then pour it into a dedicated watering can and evenly water the orchid pots in the garden. To know when your orchids need watering and when they do not, observe the color of the roots. When the roots turn silvery white or light gray, that is a sign the plant needs water. On the other hand, when the roots are still fresh green, it means the plant has enough moisture and does not need additional watering. When watering with this solution, orchids absorb nutrients gently and safely, helping the roots recover faster and grow stronger. After watering, you can let the orchid pot soak in the solution for about 20 minutes so the roots can take in enough water and essential nutrients. Then place the plant back in a dry, well-ventilated location. This method should be applied 1 to 2 times per month and can be alternated with other fertilizers to ensure orchids receive sufficient nutrients without being overfed. It is a care approach that helps orchids grow quickly, steadily, and sustainably over the long term. Prioritizing the use of organic fertilizers helps orchids become healthy from the inside out, with strong roots, green leaves, and longer-lasting blooms. This is something many chemical fertilizers find difficult to achieve, as organic care supports natural, long-term growth and is safer for your entire orchid garden. After 20 minutes, remove the orchids from the solution and place them in a dry, cool, well-ventilated area with gentle diffused light, avoiding direct harsh sunlight. This helps excess water evaporate quickly, keeps the roots well aerated, and reduces the risk of waterlogging that can cause root rot. At the same time, the orchids have time to stabilize after absorbing sufficient nutrients, allowing the roots to breathe better and recover more quickly. Results after applying this care method. After a period of regular application, orchids cared for in this way show very clear improvements. The root system becomes stronger, with new roots growing plump, fresh green at the tips, and firmly anchoring to the growing medium. Previously weak roots gradually recover, and the plant's ability to absorb water and nutrients improves noticeably. The leaves become sturdier, glossier, and thicker, no longer soft, wrinkled, or wilted as before. Most notably, orchids that had not flowered for a long time begin to produce new flower spikes from the leaf axils. These spikes are thick, strong, and develop evenly. For plants already in bloom, the flowers last longer on the stems, with brighter and more durable colors, bringing vibrant beauty to the entire garden. All of this shows that this organic fertilizer care method is safe, sustainable, and very suitable for long-term use on orchids. What do you think about this care method? If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel so we can continue caring for and enjoying increasingly beautiful orchid gardens together.